Geek.
Geek.
Geek refers to someone who is very knowledgeable or passionate about technology, science, or any niche interest. Geeks are usually very enthusiastic about their hobbies and can be quite sociable, often finding communities around their interests.
Geek refers to someone who is very knowledgeable or passionate about technology, science, or any niche interest. Geeks are usually very enthusiastic about their hobby and can be quite sociable, often finding communities around their interests.
For example,
Sophie is a total geek when it comes to comic books. She knows everything about the characters and storylines.
Sophia is a total geek when it comes to comic books. She knows everything about the characters and storylines.
Mark is a gaming geek. He spends hours discussing the latest video game releases.
Mark is a gaming geek. He spent hours discussing the latest video games released.
nerd. A nerd is typically someone who is very passionate about academic subjects, particularly in areas like science, mathematics, or technology. They often have a strong focus on learning and may be seen as socially awkward.
A nerd is typically someone who is very passionate about academic subjects, particularly in areas like science, mathematics, or technology. They often have a strong focus on learning and may be seen as social awkward.
Paul is an astronomy nerd. He took all of the space-focused classes he could in college.
Paul is an astronomy nerd. He took all of the space-focused classes he could in college.
Most of the kids thought she was a nerd because they saw her head always buried in books.
Most of the kids thought she was a nerd because they saw the head was always buried in books.
The main distinction between a nerd and a geek is that a geek is more about hobbies and interests, while a nerd is more about academic pursuits.
The main distinction between a nerd and a geek is that a geek is more hobby and interest, while a nerd is more about academic pursuit.